Hello, I'm Katrina. Welcome to day 20 of the 21-day challenge. 21 minutes of yoga every day for 21 days to feel better and live bigger. Always follow your body's lead. Never push yourself to the point of pain. Let's have a seat. Make sure you've got your rolled up towel with you today and your rolled up blanket. We'll need that for our special extra long relaxation at the end. Really looking forward to that. Let's get started. Sitting tall, close your eyes. Hands resting on your thighs, palms up, palms down. Doesn't matter what pose you take to sit, legs crossed, legs straight out in front, one leg bent, one leg straight. Just feel comfortable for these first few breaths. Feel the heaviness in the legs and the hips. Just try to relax and release through the hips, through the legs. And when you sink into the weight of the lower body, notice how free the upper body feels. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let your lower body anchor you as you reach up as high as you can. Hands come together. Exhale, hands floating down. Again, sweeping the arms up, anchored by the lower body, getting a long, beautiful breath, long, beautiful stretch. And then exhaling, sinking in. One more time. Big breath. Pause with hands in front of heart center. Just taking a moment here. Open your eyes, release your hands, and let's come to standing at the top of the mat today. So standing at the top of the mat in mountain pose, hips over top of the ankles, shoulders open, shoulders over top of the hips. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bow forward, let your fingertips come to the mat. Just the fingertips. Inhale, let the eyes look forward, lengthen through the upper body, coming high on the fingertips. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Really give your chin a good squeeze in. Inhale, lift the eyes, come high on the fingertips. Feel the weight released from your rib cage, from your thighs. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Chin tucks towards your chest. Really pull the chin in for a moment. And one more big breath in. High on the fingertips. Rib cage pulls away from the thighs. Exhaling, folding. Chin tucks towards the chest. Lift your eyes. Look down between your hands. Bend your knees so you can plant your hands. Now slowly walk your feet back, one half a step at a time. Make your way back to downward dog. Feel your weight shifting out of your hands as your shoulders push back and you push into your heels. A couple of breaths in downward dog. Lift your heels as high as you can, bend your knees, and now do the same thing again. Take a half step, shift your weight from foot to foot with each step. Come up on your fingertips to give yourself some more room to walk your feet closer towards your hands. And then when feet are side by side, as you inhale, come halfway up. Hands to your knees. Roll the shoulders open so the collarbones feel open, and you'll feel your gaze just naturally lift to 2 or 3 feet in front of you. Take a breath here. With the exhalation, soles of the feet press into the floor. Release the hands. Let's sweep out and up this time. Out and up. Maybe you were already doing that. I don't know. Palms coming together. Let your hands float down with the exhalation. Pausing here. Now really press the palms of the hands together. Activate the muscles here. You can feel, as soon as your palms press together, you can feel your shoulders fire up, the forearms fire up. Keep that, just for a moment. Now push your hips back and bend your knees. Keep your eyes in front of you, I don't know, down at the floor though, 4 or 5 feet, just coming into a modified chair pose here with hands at the heart. Keep the hands pressing in. Really activate the arms. Keep the arms strong here. Feel the muscles in the shoulders, the arms working the whole time you're in this chair pose. Warming up the thighs. Building strength. Whole body strength. As you breathe in, we're going to lift up. Let the hands float up. All the way up. Release the hands. Arms come to your sides. Hands on your hips. Let's step the right foot back. So step back, a long step. Now pivot on the ball of the right big toe, plant your heel. Right toes pointing to the right, left toes pointing forward. Turn your shoulders so they're square with the wall at the right. Now take your left hand, place your left hand to your inner left thigh. Take a look down, and you should be able to see your left big toe. Your left knee should be over top of your left ankle, so you can see your toes here. Now keep that. Keep a little bit of pressure. Your left hand on your inner thigh, and rotate, pull the right shoulder back. So you're going to feel it on the inner left thigh. So work at pulling the left shoulder, the right shoulder back, at the same time working on keeping the left knee in place. This is why we fired up those arm muscles. Now keep the strength on the left hand, keep the resistance on the inner left knee, left thigh. Take a breath, and as you exhale, turn to look over your right shoulder. So working on opening up the inner left thigh for our tree pose that's going to come later today. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale, turn your head. Bring your left hand to your hip. Shoulders are still square to the right. We're going to release the hands, sweep all the way up, arms overhead with the breath. Turn the palms in, thumbs pointing behind you, which is to the left at the moment. Now pivot. We're going to take a breath in. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your hands. Just imagine that little visualization. Now lift the left heel off the mat, pivot. Focus your eyes as you slowly pivot to help steady you. Feel anchored to the mat from the waist down. Take a breath. Release the hands. Bring your hands to your hips now. Shift your weight back as you soften your right knee and push as you step forward. Piece of cake, right? Yeah. All right, let's step the left foot back. Can't wait to do the left side. Long step back, pivot on your left foot, drop your heel. Shoulders are turned to the left, but look down at your right big toe. Your right knee should be pointing in the same direction as your right toes, towards the front of your mat. Right hand comes to the inside of your right thigh, bracing your right knee in place. Now upper body is tall. Rotate the shoulders, anchor the right knee with the strength of your right arm. Keep that. Feel the subtle stretch in the inner right thigh. pull the left shoulder back, but simultaneously maintain the alignment of the right knee over top of the right ankle. As soon as you feel your right knee pop inwards, that's not a natural movement for your knee joint. It's important to keep your right knee over top of your ankle. So if you're unable to keep, if your right hand on your inner thigh isn't keeping your knee in place, then you're finished opening up through the left shoulder. Your body is as open as it's going to be today. Keep that. Slowly turn your head to look over your left shoulder. All of this shifting of the gaze is a really good challenge to your balance, but at the same time, keeping both feet firmly on the ground. We'll test that in a moment. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale, bring your eyes back to the wall at the left. Pause. Whew. Release your hands. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up with the breath in. Thumbs pointing behind you, palms turned inward. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your hands. It's getting everything to hug in, right? You're pulling everything into your center line. Being centered, that's what that means. Everything pulling into the center. Now slowly pull the left heel off the mat. Deliberately focus your eyes as you pivot. See the landmarks on the way around. Slowly until you're back to the front. A breath in. As you exhale, hands come down to your sides, hands on your hips. Shift your weight back as you bend your left knee and push as you step forward. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let's dive down. Let's take a forward fold. A little softness in the back of the knees. Just trying to stretch out the buttocks here, the gluteus maximus after that big lunge pose. Bend your knees. Soles of the feet press into the mat. Now sweep up. Let's sweep out to the side. Out to the side and up. Hands coming together overhead. Just let the hands press together. If you can't get your palms together, touch your fingertips. Keep the arms long. Sink each breath into the soles of your feet. Now inhale, lift the eyes and separate your hands. And as you exhale, sweep the arms down. Hands to your hips. All right, getting ready for tree pose. Again, if you feel like your confidence level isn't great, just move to the wall. So the wall is within reach if you need it. But do your best not to. Just know that it's there. Sometimes just knowing it's there, that's all you need. So we're going to do tree pose with the left leg first, which means your right leg is going to be closest to the wall on the inside. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see. All right, hands to the hips. Remember back when we did tree pose just a few days ago? You're going to create some heaviness. Hands push down. You can feel the heaviness of the hips and the legs. Now shift your weight into your right leg. You can feel your weight shifting and it feels like your right hip is popping up. So push the right hip down and lift the left heel off the mat. Spread your toes on your left foot so the ball of the left big toe is still on the mat. Now push down with the right and just float the ball of the left big toe off the mat. Nothing more than that. Start there. Now lift the knee, bending your knee, holding steady. You've got your focal point. The wall's right there if you need it. Now rotate open through the left leg and just plant your left foot on the inside of your right leg wherever it happens to be. Now press your right leg into your foot. Press your left foot into your right leg. Feel that equal balance of strength on both sides. That will keep you centered. All right, releasing the arms. Here we go. Getting the arms into the game now. Bringing the hands together overhead. And exhaling, palms coming down. Remember, be careful when your hands, arms pass in front of your eyes and you lose your focal point just for a moment. Press the hands together. Feel your shoulders working, not just your legs holding your tree pose, but your upper body also holding your tree pose. Keep the palms pressing together. Now release. Left foot from your thigh, your inner thigh, wherever it happens to be, and bring left foot to the mat. Feel yourself shift back to center. Inhale, let the hands float up. Separate the hands, bring the gaze upwards. Coming into volcano pose. Take a breath right here. Another breath in. As you exhale, circle your arms down. Hands to your hips. Use your hands on your hips to push down. Feel the heaviness. Feel how grounded you are. How rooted you are for your tree pose. Now shift your weight into your left leg. You can feel a shift in your left hip. Push the left hip down. Right hip lifts. Lift the right heel off the mat. Right ball of the right big toe is still on the mat, but spread your toes to activate the right leg. You want your right leg as active as your left, even though it's not weight bearing. It's still strong. When you're ready, shift all your weight into your left leg. Float your right foot off the mat. Lift right knee. Rotate open through the right hip. Let the sole of your right foot land on your leg wherever it wants to land. Press your left leg into the sole of your foot. Press your left foot into the inner thigh, inner calf, inner ankle, wherever your right foot happens to be. Keep active through both legs. Now release the arms and sweep up with your breath in. Bringing the palms together overhead. Floating your hands down. Aware of your focal point. Feel the palms pressing in, keeping you centered and steady. Your whole body, this active tree pose. Breathe. Keep the palms pressing together. Release your right foot from your left leg. Rotate through the thigh. Right foot comes to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Separate the hands, bring the gaze upwards. Volcano pose. Deep breath. Exhale, sweep the arms down, dive down. Bend your knees enough, fingertips come to the mat. Take a breath in, come high on the fingertips, lift the gaze, look forward. As you exhale, bend your knees a little more deeply, plant your hands, and make your way to downward dog. 2 breaths in downward dog. Lift your heels as high as you can. Bring your knees all the way down to the mat. And let's come all the way down onto the floor. Rolled up blanket behind your knees. Rolled up towel handy to support the back of the neck. Just tuck it in there. Arms at your sides. Shoulder blades tucked under, so you're resting on the back of your hands, back of your arms. Palms and fingers are really soft and relaxed. Take a breath. And as you exhale, sink into the lower back. Sink into the weight of the hips. Sink into the support behind your neck. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out through the mouth. One more big breath, just like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let go of control of your breath. Let everything feel soft and heavy. Feel your skin draped heavily over top of your muscles. Feel every muscle fiber gently releasing the bones. With each breath out, sink deeper into the support beneath you. Sink deeper into the softness. We'll take just one more breath here. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your hands and feet. Bend your knees, placing your feet on the floor, and gently roll onto your right side. A breath. Press up. Sit tall. Hands together at the heart. Sending a blessing out to the universe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be at peace. Thank you for taking care of yourself today. Until next time, namaste.